What's going on, everyone? About to go ahead and send the link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. So give me 1 second. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's 2:35 a.m., October 4th, 2022. We're going to go ahead and get started. Getting ready for London and New York session. Looking for potential setups. So I've been keeping an eye on a couple pairs. So US30, we caught sales on, well, not sales on US30, we caught sales on NAS yesterday. We had a pretty good day yesterday for a Monday, can't complain. But again, we're still in an overall downtrend, but price has been retracing up a little bit. So we're going to see how it reacts when it hits this level price right here around 11,467 to 11,450-ish. We're going to see how that reacts to that price, whether it's going to reject back down or it's going to come back up, and potentially we're going to see an uptrend potentially begin. So that's what we're going to be looking for right there. So we're just going to patiently wait and see how price reacts to this level here. Most likely might wait towards New York session for in-season stuff like that, when volume's fully picked up, to see exactly what the potential move is there. Because again, we don't want to enter any trades unless we know for sure what direction price is trying to go. That way we can go with the direction of price. It's very important. So yeah, so it could potentially retrace and shoot back up here. So could potentially look for a buy setup, but again, I want to see how it reacts to this level here to see if the uptrend is potentially going to begin. Because again, when we zoom out on the daily time frame, right, because it always comes back down to the daily time frame. When we zoom out, we can see that we're in a downtrend. And this is a retracement. So depending on how it reacts when it's on top of this zone, whether it comes back down, or if it hits this level and then shoots back down, or if it continues to come back up. If it continues to come back up, the trend's most likely about to flip on us, and we're going to see the beginning of an uptrend. So we're just going to be really watching what price is doing to determine our next move. And because it could potentially look for buys. I'm not entering anything. Again, there's just trade ideas. I just have a bunch of, I just like to look at the charts, have ideas set up, things like that, so I can visually see what I'm looking at and looking for. But I'm not entering anything right now. In no rush to enter any trades. And as you can see, USDX looking just like everything else in a downtrend. Reversing up. So depending on how it reacts, I should say, to this level, whether it shoots back down or it tries to shoot back up, will let me know whether the uptrend is potentially starting or not. Because again, we have a strong level of support right here. So it's going to be a strong level of resistance right here. So that's why I'm going to wait and see how price reacts when coming up to here. Yeah, but still 20 minutes to London, so it's no rush at all. And like I said, I'm probably going to leave those alone until possibly close to New York session, like usual. Now, oil's on a strong zone too, because again, we're in a downtrend as we saw on the daily time frame. We can even see we're in a downtrend looking at the 4-hour. This right here is another strong level support resistance right here. So I want to see how oil is going to react to this level of price right here. I want to see if it's going to, same thing just like all the other pairs, check back down or come back up. And we could potentially look for a buy setup. So definitely keep an eye on that to see what's going on there. Because as we can see here, this is a very strong support and resistance level. This was a resistance level here too. And you can see it did a retest, but volume is still pushing up. So I want to see what it's going to do, especially when later on during the day. So I'm not jumping in on this as soon as, 3 o'clock hits. I want to see how price really reacts to this level of price right here. So it's probably going to take a couple next candlesticks to see. But even when we zoom in, we can still see these wicks. Now price is still struggling to break past this as of now. So just going to be keeping an eye on that to see what it does. Now gold, we could be looking for an uptrend and trend reversal switch on gold, because when we zoom out, we're in a downtrend. But not only did it break this past, it broke this level here yesterday, but it broke this level right here. So depending on the next few candlesticks, could potentially look for a buy setup on gold. See the price shot up, then it became a nice little staircase to the retest, big candle to push price up, and now it's on top of this level of price. So we can stay on this level of price. Could potentially look for a buy setup here. Probably won't go zone to zone, but we can still catch a decent amount of pips for sure. Let me see something. Yeah, so it's still pretty close to the zone, which isn't a bad thing. But we're going to wait for the next couple of candlesticks and how price is looking in London. And price still will probably try to stay away from this until closer to New York session. But if I see an opportunity to catch a few hundred pips, I might jump on it. But I'm not going to be too trigger heavy. But if I see an opportunity, I'm going to go for it. Let's see here. So definitely want to keep an eye on gold. But what I want to see it do is come up a little bit higher. It's actually at a good price right here. So again, waiting for the next couple candlesticks. We in any trades? No, I don't. No, I don't hop in any trades right now. I don't really jump in any trades until London session really. So right now we're just looking at the charts, looking at potential setups for the day and things like that. But no, I haven't entered anything yet. When I enter trades, everyone will be notified in the Telegram, first link in the description. Every trade I enter, I let the Telegram know. Now, some trades are exclusive just for the members, but I do call out about 3 to 5 signals in the free Telegram daily. But as of now, these are just trading ideas. I haven't entered anything yet. What happened to my... Oh, this is silver. I'm tripping. I thought I had gold set up. I think I must have exited out of my gold. That's what silver is looking like. Gold, on the other hand, is already on the move. I was like, that don't look right. Those numbers don't look right. That makes a lot more sense. So this is what gold is looking like. Still similar to silver. Silver usually kind of follows gold. Not as similar or as close as a correlating pair like US30 NAS100, GBPJPY, things like that. But it still kind of follows each other. But same thing. Wasn't a downtrend. Broke this previous low. Broke above this zone right here. So potentially still going to be looking for buy setups. Would like to see price retrace down a little bit more before I enter anything with gold, that is. But silver, pretty nice setup. I'd like to see gold retrace a little bit more. If it retraces a little bit more, could look for a buy setup, same thing. But I'd like to see it come back down a little bit. So it could come to at least right here. And then depending on how price reacts to this zone, it could become a 1 to 2 to 1 to 4. But that's what I'm going to be looking for there. And then, of course, since, gold and silver and US30, all of them are pushing up. Makes sense for the Euro USD to push up. We caught sales in Euro USD yesterday, but you can see by that wick right there, almost hit the bottom of the zone, reversed on this, shot back up. So just going to be watching to see how price reacts to this level right here. So we could look for like a buy setup, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm just watching for right now. Let's see here. This thing already started its move. I was looking at GBPJPY and already started. It looked like it started its move the last candlestick on the 15-minute time frame. It already started the drop. Let me see something real quick. 7385, 7455. Yeah, that's a big drop right there. I'd like to see it retrace a little bit. Did it retrace already? I might have missed this entry. It started to drop before London session. If it retraces back up, we're going to pay attention to it. But for it to come back to the zone, that's already a 100 pip difference, not even including the stop loss. So I'm just going to leave that alone because it's still early in the day. There's going to be other opportunities, and price always retraces at some point. So I'm not really tripping too much about that. New Zealand JPY is pushing up, so that one shot up too. So let me see what GJ is doing. He's just chilling. Let's see here. Yeah, so some charts already started to move a little beforehand, which isn't an issue. Like even this one right here, the last 15-minute big push up, broke above these levels. Now it's retesting. Let me see, 88.54. That's already started this move. So let me look at some other pairs. I'm gonna keep an eye on these. I want to see it retrace a little bit though. But if it already started this move, just gonna look for other pairs that are closer to my ideal entry points. Euro GBP has been very bearish the past few days. It was in an uptrend for a little bit, for about a month. Came up here, had a huge rejection wick, and since that rejection wick, it's just been pushing down. So might look for potential sells with Euro GBP. Missed the sell setup yesterday. Went our way if we would have entered. So I might look for potential sell setup here. The price right there. I'm gonna be paying attention to Euro GBP for the most part because I wanted to go over all this stuff right here, but obviously we'll have to patiently wait for price to come to my levels before I even mess with these trades. But I might keep an eye on silver, if anything, but everything else is going to take a couple hours to come to my price levels, which isn't a problem. So just watching these, looking at these real quick. Price at this wall right here. Still bullish right here though, so I'm still going to be looking for mainly buys. Unless it dips really hard right here. Keep an eye on that. See what Euro GBP is doing. I like the setup. So if we can break through this wall again, we can break through this price right here. May potentially enter Euro GBP. We got 10 minutes until London. Euro New Zealand, same thing. Potentially look for a sell setup here too. We're gonna have to take a closer look and see what's going on. So yeah, it's doing a big drop here. So it broke through these levels, which is good. But again, looking from the entry point, my ideal entry point, 72,400. There's a big retracement. That's a lot of pips if it decides to retrace. So I'm gonna wait for a retracement for this one too before I enter, because it has to retest at some point. It could try to retest this wall here, like it's trying to do right now. I'd like to see it at least come to here. Will it do it though? Is the real question. I'd like to see it at least come up to here, but I'm gonna watch and see if it decides to do so. And if so, we could potentially look for a sell setup there. Price on Euro GBP still hasn't broken this level here, so just gonna keep an eye on that. Let's see here what other opportunities. So your AUD dropped down. I didn't enter this one, but this was the sell ID I had here. This trade went our way, and then it broke under here. Retested, dropped, and I broke these levels here. So might enter a sell for this in a second too. I would like to wait and close to London session to enter, but this is at a good entry position too. So depending on what the next 5-minute candlestick looks like, or depending on what this candlestick does, may or may not enter. This is already doing a retest, which is perfect. So this would be the best time to enter. And then when we go on a bigger time frame, we can see this huge rejection wick. So it came back up to close to the zone, filled up most of this order block, came up to right here, and then shot all the way back down. So that's showing there's a lot of bearish momentum besides from right here, because price came up to here, because price has been in an uptrend for about a month, 2 months. Came up to here, hit this wall of traffic, because this is a strong support level. We can see that right here. Then we can see this is a strong resistance level. We can see that here. We can see that here. We can see that here. And we can see that here. So it makes sense for why price reacted the way it did. And then it tried again, rejected, tried again today. Well, earlier today, rejected, pushing back down. So I want to see price at least come back to the zone here or break past these wicks right here. And catch some pips. So that's what I want to see. And like I said, price is retracing right now, which is good. So this would be a good time to enter. But there's a new 5-minute candlestick popping up in about 1 minute. So I can wait 1 minute to see what price is deciding to do. Euro GBP is still staying above this line that we placed a few minutes ago. So it's going to be keeping an eye on that. Again, I want to see price break through that before I want to enter. So it's going to be patient waiting to see how price reacts to that. Looking at AUD New Zealand, jumped on right at the right time. Did a retest, as we can see. Shot back up, now shot back down, broke through this level. So again, depending on I want to wait for the next 15-minute candlestick / 5-minute candlestick, which is about to pop up in about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And we'll decide from there if entry for this is the move or not. Because again, we missed the move on Euro New Zealand. With this one, It never retraced back up, and it's going to be too far of an entry in my opinion. It could still go our way, right? But again, just doing simple math, the price is currently at 71.43, and where my ideal entry would want to be at is 72.38. It's obviously almost 100 pip difference on top of that, and then it would just bring this down. This is even a one-to-one risk to reward, so I don't want to enter that or throw my money into the market of that. What size lot are you going to use? It depends on the account I'm trading. You shouldn't really worry about what I'm using as a lot size. You need to worry about and figure out what lot size you can trade with, because everyone's account size is different. Everyone's risk should be the same percentage wise, but the lot size is going to be different depending on what your account size is. So I don't want to really tell you my lot size to influence what you would want to enter with, because again, we all have different account sizes. So everyone's lot size should be different. The amount of pips we catch should be the same, but everyone's lot size should be different according to everyone's trading plan and account size. Let me see what GBP New Zealand is looking like. And again, so Euro New Zealand, we're seeing bearish momentum. AUD New Zealand, we're seeing bearish momentum. And we can see GBP New Zealand showing bearish momentum. We see this wick right here, just like on the other pair. So this is what we're talking about with correlating pairs. If one pair is going down, you can look at other pairs to see if they're doing the same thing. Now, obviously, they might not be doing the same thing 100% of the time, but if they are going the same direction, you can find other opportunities, other trade ideas. For example, like US30 NAS, GBPJPY, SPX, USDX, they all move the same direction for the most part. I meant how many pips for SL. Again, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to be more specific, because every trade is going to have a different SL size. I don't just be like, okay, I'm gonna enter this trade. Every trade I enter is going to be 100 pip stop loss, or every trade I enter is going to be 50 pips. I don't do that. My stop loss is strategically placed for if price comes to that level, I'm most likely wrong, and that is my signal to exit the trade and cut my losses. Even though I'm always risking the same percentage, no matter what I'm trading. Doesn't matter if I'm trading a currency pair, doesn't matter if I'm trading gold, indice, future, crypto. I'm always risking the same percentage, because I calculate my lot size to do so. But yeah, I can't really tell you what's the pip difference. Like when I enter a trade, I'm gonna tell you the SL and stuff like that, and then you would have to do math to figure out what's going to be you have to subtract if I'm in the sell, subtract your stop loss from your entry to figure out the pip difference in the buy, vice versa. But yeah, my stop loss is always different. It's never a set number. So we got 2 minutes until London session starts. We're going to really be paying attention to this handful of pairs: AUD New Zealand. We're going to be looking at Euro GBP, seeing what that decides to do. Let's see what else. I want to look at GBP New Zealand too, because it's right on this zone right here. I want to see if it's going to break through this, or if it's going to still respect this level like we see it doing here. Because as you can see, this is a clear support and resistance level right here. You can see that here as well. And then we can see how price is rejecting off of this line. So I want to see price break under. And if it breaks under, depending on the next couple of candlesticks after that, could potentially look for a sell setup here. Yeah, it looks like that. Euro JPY is pushing. All the JPY pairs are pushing as of now, but none of them are really in the entry point where I like to enter at. So really just leaving them alone, just watching. And that's what mostly trading is. Oh, There goes the alarm. So new candlestick's about to pop up. Let's see what we're looking at. Let me see. There's a staying above this level, so let me see something. Yeah, so it continues to stay above this level. Could potentially look for a buy setup here, because just like we saw in the daily time frame, yesterday was very bullish. In the past couple of days, has been pushing up. So if everything's showing me uptrend and bearish momentum, as we can see, it's been pushing up. Really, we can say from right here, but let's just keep it simple, green candlestick wise. So since Friday or Thursday last week, it's been pushing up. See, it's been breaking past levels, breaking multiple levels daily. And now we're right here. So if it's been showing me buys, I'm going for buys. I'm not going to go for sales when everything's showing me buys. Vice versa, if everything's showing me sells, aka we're in a clear downtrend, I'm only going to be looking for sell setups. Euro GBP trying to push back down, but since it did the retracement off this orange line, again, you saw me place this line based off of this level right here, and you can see the past 15-minute candlesticks, how prices reacted and rejected off of this line right here. Okay, not a coincidence. But speaking of retracements, let's see if there's any other retracements for other opportunities. Euro New Zealand broke past this level. This line that I put earlier did exactly what I wanted to see it do. This is why you always wait, because if we would have just chased the trade and entered right here during the dump, guess what? We'd be in drawdown right now. Okay, just because we want to be impatient. Okay, you don't need to be. You can't. If you're going to be impatient while trading, might as well not trade, because being impatient and then throwing your money in the markets while being impatient, it's not a good combination. Just take my word for it. Trust me. Like I always say, prices are always going to retrace, and price did retrace. So this is good for us. Going to wait to see if it's going to keep pushing up. Has this wall right here that's either going to reject or come back up to. I'd like to see it retrace more, but it could very much so reject off this level and then continue pushing down, because it had a big dump here. Okay, that's why I was like, it's a little too late to enter. If we missed the opportunity, it is what it is. But price is retracing, which is good. I'd like to see it come up to here, this level here, but that's wishful thinking. So right now I'm just watching, observing, seeing how much farther it's going to go, and then deciding when it starts to go back down. Because again, this is just a retracement. It could very much so shoot all the way up here. Being realistic, is most likely not going to do that. Again, it could do that. It's very possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but most likely it's going to bounce back down or try to go back down after hitting either this level here or this level right here, realistically speaking. And then I want to go for a sell down. So it's going to let that do its thing. Come back to that in a couple seconds. Euro GBP still chilling. Euro 80 retracing up as well. And this is why I like to wait till after, like either like 3 o'clock on the dot or a little bit after, because again, with 4 minutes into London, and as soon as this candlestick appeared, everything's retracing back up. Not a coincidence. So just going to be waiting for confirmations and multiple candlesticks to decide if I want to enter any trades right now or not. As of now, I haven't entered anything. I'm just chilling. Just looking at these charts to see what they're doing. Let me see here. Yeah, this is retracing too. Still see sales. I just want to see it break past this level, because it's failed for the past 30 minutes to break past this wall. So if you can show me you can do it, I'll gladly enter the trade. But again, still early and then no rush. AUD cash retracing too. It looks like it's stacking on this level of price. Could enter, but I want to see if it's going to retrace more. But it looks like it's respecting this level right here. But I like to see it retrace a little bit more. Well, we're just going to patiently wait and look at it. Let's see what else is going on. New Zealand USD is pushing up, which is normal. New Zealand JPY took off. New Zealand cash shot up too, but I'm leaving that alone. It's in the middle of the zone. Yeah, so we'll be paying attention to AUD New Zealand, GBP New Zealand, Euro GBP, Euro New Zealand. Yeah, it's still pushing up. And this is why you gotta wait, because again, just to reiterate, we saw price was dumping. It was like right here, or was it right here, something like that. I know it was past this line, because that's why I put this line. So if we would have entered off of this dump right here, we'd be in drawdown right now. We'd be in so much drawdown right now. We'd be in over 50 pips of drawdown right now. So we're at this level of price. So really want to see how it reacts to this wall here. But it's already, as you can see, the wick struggling to even break any farther, which is a good sign. This is definitely a better entry than right here. Wouldn't y'all agree? So that's just the power of patience, just waiting. Euro GBP still respecting this level, this blue line, which is a good sign, but still want to see price break back down. I'm not going to enter anything yet. Still not have entered anything. Euro AUD went back right to the entry, and now you see it's reacting. So this is a perfect entry. So I want to see it show that it doesn't want to come up any higher, and it wants to continue to push back down. That's what I want to see. Let me turn this line yellow. It's not supposed to be orange. So we're paying attention to Euro AUD as well. Euro CAD looks like it's trying to push back up. Could look for potential buy setup here, strictly because it just did a retest. We can see the retracement here, the retest, and it's pushing back up. So very much so could enter a buy right here. Because again, looking at bigger time frame, this one's a little bit different. It's not really much of a trend, you could say. But if you want to go here, you could say we're in an uptrend if you're going to say from right here. But really right here, this was a ranging market, broke through it, broke through this ranging market. Now it's on top of this level of price. And it's trying to push up. It's underneath this level right here. It broke these levels, pushed up, hit this wall up here, then shot back down. And now it's at this level of price. So going to look for buys, not going to look for sales as of now because everything's showing me buys. So for everything showing you buys, only look for buy setups. If things are showing you sales overall in the daily time frame, only look for sell setups. You should not be on a chart looking for two different things. You should not be on a chart looking for buys and sell setups. That's not what you should do. You should be looking for one or the other. I kind of like how EuroCAD is looking. Let's see here. Yeah, I like how it's pushing up like that. And it's got this nice level of price that we can treat as a wall if it does want to retrace, and it did the retest and it's shooting back up. So I do like how this is looking. So I might get a signal for this. But I like how your GBP is looking too. So there's a lot of things about to start moving right now, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a fact. Like how that's looking. New Zealand. There's a lot of things about to get going. Yeah, so let's see here. Your GBP tried again, rejecting, but it's a good sign that it's tried to push back down. Your AED still pushing up, so unless it comes back down, I'm just going to wait for it to come back to its level of price and then go for a sell from there. And this is what I mean by confirmation candlesticks. Just because it broke above here doesn't mean you want to automatically go for a buy. You want to wait for confirmation showing you that it wants to continue to do such. I'm going to go ahead and get these signals ready. So if I do decide to enter, I can just paste them into the chat. I do like how EuroCAD is looking, not going to lie. And a new 5-minute candle just popped up. Yes, let me get these signals ready. Just doing a retest, not too bad. Yeah, while I'm getting these signals ready though, go ahead and check out the recap of yesterday. Again, the signal room, free signal room. Those watching the live stream for the first time, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. We don't just live stream here. We have a bunch of videos from trade breakdowns, trading tips, trading psychology tips, all types of stuff on the channel. So make sure to subscribe and check those videos out later. We ended yesterday 4-1. Caught about, what'd you say, like 2,000 pips. Not too bad of a day for a Monday. Can't really complain. But let me go ahead and get these signals ready. Just in case. I haven't entered anything yet. But again, that might change soon. So for this trade SL, I'm looking at about, let's see here, like 33.65-ish. Let me see. Okay, still hasn't pushed through that yet. Yeah, it didn't break past here, but you can see it's trying to shoot back down. So this is definitely a better entry for a sell than down here. So depending on what that candlestick's looking like in a second, might look for a sell setup there. Your AED, looking for potential sell setup here. AD New Zealand. Yes, there's a lot of stuff that I get started moving, which isn't bad. It's a good thing. So yeah, let me get these signals ready. Because things are about to look like things are about to start moving for us. So EuroCAD, I want to see at least hit here. If we can break this price right here, then go here. Got to take things step by step. Let's see here. So I'm just putting the TPs down right now. So don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me. Then 34, 40. Let's see, at least a hit. Okay, so I got those TPs set up. So let me see what Euro GBP is doing. Okay, so it looks like it's about to attempt to push down. New 15-minute candlestick just started, so it looks like it's about to attempt to push down, which is good. New 15-minute candlestick just started here. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? So your AD might change on us. EuroCAD. Yeah, so I'm entering EuroCAD right now. Yeah, I'm personally entering EuroCAD. I'm about to send a signal out. Again, SL is going to be like 33.65. Let me just send this disclaimer out before I post this trade. Because again, this is Forex, y'all. We don't control these markets. That's why proper risk is so important. Don't want to bet all your marbles on one trade. And the disclaimer, I'll post it up. Okay, go ahead and read this. I go over it all the time. I'm gonna read it in a second, but there's a lot of things going on, y'all. So I have to prioritize getting these entries. But everyone here can read, so go ahead and make sure to read this disclaimer before I enter anything. 32, 21, 34, 21. So we personally entered this. It's already almost at the first TP because price started to shoot up. Ain't bad though. It's not a bad thing, but we're about there we go. So I just sent that signal out. So let me look at what else is going down. Your GP, okay, hasn't broken through. It looked like it was about to do it. It looked like it was really about to do it. But no, as of now, I'm just in EuroCAD. Euro New Zealand still trying to push up. There's no problem with me. Retrace as much as you like. Not complaining. But this just goes to show, like I always say, price is always going to retrace. Which is why you got to be patient with your trades. So TP1 just got hit. So the next TP is going to be 34.30. So we're about 4 pips away for the next TP. But yeah, price is pushing. So I'm going to get back on that. But there's other pairs doing their things. So I just want to check those pairs really quick. GP New Zealand's pushing up. Let's see what AD New Zealand's doing. AD New Zealand retraced back up, which is good. Traced back up right where I wanted to see it. And now it's rejecting off of it, which is a good sign. Let me see what AEDCAD is doing. Yeah, AEDCAD is pushing back up. It is what it is. We're not gonna chase trades. We're not gonna chase trades. So I like how this is looking. Your GBP looks like it's trying to push down. Yeah, I might enter this in a second. Okay, looks like it's about to. Cause we saw this huge rejection wick, so it looks like it's about to try to push back down. So might enter Euro New Zealand in a second too. Again, not too much of a rush. Let me see if we hit TP2. Give me 1 second, y'all. If I can find Okay, I gotta take some time to alphabetically organize all my accounts. So I can't find Euro. Here it is. Let me see what we're looking like. Okay, so TP2 got hit, but we're gonna wait for it to push up some more. But TP2 did get hit there, so everyone should be, at least everyone on the stream should be blue or close to blue on that trade. Your Euro New Zealand looks like it's about to shoot back down, so I might call that out too. I might call that out too in a second. Your CAS pushing, your AUD, your New Zealand. Yeah, so as of now, I'm only in Euro CAD. While I was doing this thing, while waiting for other pairs, like I said, my strategy is a little bit different from have you entered all these trades? No. So, like I said, I'm only in Euro CAD. All these, I have all these long and short positions. These are just trade ideas. This is what I'm looking for. But only thing I'm in right now is Euro CAD. I haven't entered anything else. If I enter anything else, I'm either going to post it in the free signal room, like you see on the bottom right, or if I enter anything and it's not posted in the free signal room, it is strictly a members only trade, because I do have a advanced play signal room membership, as well as I do one-on-one memberships. I mean, not one-on-one memberships, one-on-one subscriptions, mentorships as well. But this is the only trade I'm in right now. I'm not in anything else. I'm waiting for a price to show me confirmations before I enter any other trade. So I rejected off this level. So this is, I might enter this in a second. I like how it's looking. Starting to reject. Breaks past right here. Once it break through that. Yeah, so I'm personally waiting for it to push back up to TP2 before I do anything. But before I get back to explaining how the TPs work, let me just scan through these charts one more time. Just gotta break this wall right here. Do anything. Yeah, well, we caught GBPJPY yesterday. We caught this move right here. Then it retraced on us, and then now it's right back to here. But we caught a pretty good amount of pips yesterday. But GBPJPY, it is obviously at the top of the zone, so I'm either going to wait for it to reject back down or break above here before I look for any buys on that pair. AUD New Zealand still playing at this level of price. I want to see it push back down a little bit before I enter, but it is a good sign. I might enter that soon. 80 CAD. But 80 CAD is too far gone anyways. So let's go back to EuroCAD. After we look at Euro GBP, okay. So things are about to get interesting. It broke through it, and it's pushing. So I might look for a possible setup here too in a second. But while we're watching this, so how my TPs work. First of all the trades I put in the signal room into market execute, but also it should be common sense, but it's not. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't really, even if they might know it deep down, it doesn't really register with a lot of people. A lot of people, especially like with like signals and stuff like that, they expect, you know, every trade to go your way. Now, I'm not saying when you enter a trade, you shouldn't expect it to go your way. But what I'm saying is you have to understand that we do not control the markets, which is why it's so important for us to have a set of rules that we follow, trading wise, where that's you could be how many trades you take per day, also how much you risk per trade. Like I said, I recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. You shouldn't really risk any more per trade, because then if it doesn't go your way, you just lost a huge chunk of your account. Okay, you shouldn't be risking 10% of your account per trade or 20% of your account per trade, especially nothing higher than 20, especially if you're taking multiple trades per day. That's just not very smart with your capital. And that's how a lot of people blow accounts or lose accounts quickly and things like that, because they're risking too much per trade. Okay. So that's why, and then again, all this stuff comes down to simple math. Like I teach my members in the signal room, the advanced play signal room, how to do it. I even have a video pinned in the group chat explaining step by step how to do it. But it just comes out of math. You have to calculate, again, percentages, just simple multiplication of your account size, multiply it by whatever your account size is and whatever percentage you're trying to figure out, whether it's 5%, 10%, 1%, whatever the case may be. And whatever that number is, that's how much you should be risking per trade. Okay. So that's the next thing. So you have to be risking the same percentage each trade. Okay. Because again, how these risk to rewards work. If you're risking $5 every trade, how trades should work, your risk to reward should be at least 1 to 2, if not higher. Okay. So a 1 to 2 risk to reward trade is good. So that means with a 1 to 2 risk to reward, because again, we don't control the markets. And even if a trade, it meets all your rules, you're going with the trend, there are some times where it's just not going to go your way. That's why you need to risk the same percentage every trade. Okay. But you need to have a good risk to reward trade too, which is why I like to put the long and short positions, because this will help me visually see if the idea I have, the trade idea I have, is even worth entering. Because again, we want to look for high probability setups that are most likely, and high probability trades that are most likely going to go our way. We don't need to enter trades that are very low percentage going our way. Okay. And that's where the proper risk to reward comes, and proper risk management and things like that. So I'm getting a little sidetracked. So I'm looking at Euro GBP, kind of like how it's looking. So I'm going to get a signal ready for this in a second. On the stop loss for this, I'm looking at about, let's say 87. You could either say 87.10 or 87.15. I personally like to round the numbers up because you have to account for spread and all of that. So give me 1 second. Let me get this soon already. Give me 1 second. You can say 87.10. Yeah, as you can see now that thing is trying to dump. But again, there's levels to this. But I'm about to get these TPs ready. Let's see here. Because I got this wall it's going to have to break through, but it's underneath this wall, which is good. And as you can see, that orange line, I didn't even go this far. You saw why I based the orange line off of, but you can see going to the left how this was treated as a support level, resistance, support level, resistance, resistance. So not a coincidence, right? Give me 1 second. But as you see, price is trying to push now, which is good for us. But I really want to see price break this wall right here. So give me 1 second. 86. I want to see price break this wall right here. If we break that wall, we're going to be in good shape. But it has to break that wall right there. Yeah, so it's retesting this level. A new 15-minute candlestick just appeared, but it's underneath this lower price. So it's retesting. I want to see, especially when volume picks up, it continue to push down. So I just got the signal ready for that. I might enter that in a second. Euro New Zealand still pushing up. Same with Euro AUD. Euro CADs. Playing at this lower price, stacking at this lower price. Again, we're probably going to have to wait for a little bit later until volume picks up for it to go any farther. But going back to how the TPs work. Again, a lot of people do this. So I'm talking about this now so people don't make this mistake. Because you might get lucky a couple times. But again, what I do here, I'm not gambling, okay? I'm not trying to gamble here. I am taking calculated risk, and I'm going with what is most likely going to happen, okay? And that's why if you do stuff like that, your success with your trades as well as your trading accuracy will grow and improve when you have these set of rules you follow, okay? So all my TPs are based on certain price levels. I go through all that with the members and the mentorship. But the main thing you need to understand is when a TP gets hit, it'll either reject or break through or play at the level of price. So now I'm about to show you exactly what I'm talking about. This right here, this line, this is price. Again, we're on a 15-minute time frame, okay? 15-minute time frame. This is literally hours. Let's just do the math. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay, enough said. Over 3 hours, 4 or 5 hours. Price has been playing at this level of price before it decided to move anywhere. Okay, we see that literally for 3-4 hours, price has been at this level of price before it decided to move down or even go up. Okay, so it's either going to play at that level of price, or what we see here, price came up here, rejected down, or it's going to reject when the TP gets hit, or what we see here, two TPs got hit, right? TP2 got hit, TP1 got hit, and now it's stacking and it's about to try to attempt to break through. That's what price is about to attempt to do. It's about to attempt to break through this wall right here, and these levels of traffic. That's what price is about to attempt to do, which is why it's important to go with the trend and direction of price and wait for the sessions where there's the most volume as well. Okay, so that being said, one, stick to your trading goal and don't agree. So just to go back to what you were asking earlier, Riley, I don't know if you're still in here, but Riley was asking, what's the stop loss or how many, what's the lot size and all that stuff. It all is up. It all depends on your account size. Everyone has a different account size. Everyone has different trading goals. Everyone has different plans with their account. Some people are trying to compound it for months. Some people are trying to, withdraw weekly, every 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. people are trying to do different things with their accounts. So whatever your trading plan is, you need to stick to that. And then most importantly, you need to understand, again, we do not control the markets. Just because we hit buy doesn't mean price is going to go up. Just because we hit sell doesn't mean price is going to go down. Okay, which is also what the thing started to rip. So let me go ahead and post this signal. Give me 1 second. That thing's starting to rip. And got sidetracked. That thing's dropping. Yeah, that thing already smacked the multiple TPs. That thing's ripping. Sheesh, that thing's dumping. So this right here is a perfect example of why we patiently waited. Like, yes, we could have entered right here. But again, since we don't control the markets, we want to wait for multiple confirmation candlesticks, aka, because again, 30 minutes here, price was struggling. What if we entered here and price shot up because we saw it was rejecting this level? So we wanted to wait till it broke through this level, retested, and now look, right after the retest, price is dropping. Okay, later after the retest, price is dropping. And that was my bad. I should have posted the signal, but I got sidetracked. That was my fault. But yeah, price is already taken off. So if it retraces, I'll call the signal out. Anyone on the stream that entered, y'all should be up. But I'm not going to post this as of now until I see how it's going to react in a second. Because again, another good example of why I'm not going to post it now is because it already started to dump. And just like, what was the pair that just dumped and we waited for a retracement? Which one was it? This one. Thank you very much. So retrace. And as you see, it's been just playing at this level of price since then. Now, that could drop though. And see, now it's retracing back up. So now I'm about to post the signal. Even though I need to edit this actually, because things have changed up on us. Because it retraced for a second, then went right back down. So let me switch this up for a second. Before we do that, let me see if these other pairs started to do anything as of yet. Okay, so this broke under 2. Okay, so I like how this is looking. Somebody get a signal ready for this too. Let me see. I'm gonna keep that on hold. I'm gonna get this signal ready. Yeah, because I like how AUD New Zealand's looking. Yeah, I like how this is looking right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna enter this one too. So stop loss for AUD New Zealand is going to be, you can say 14.10 or you can say 14.15. Actually, I'll say 14.15. So that's going to be 14.15. I'm about to put the TPs in the channel. Like I said, SL is going to be 14.15. Then I want to see it break these levels of price right here. So go take things step by step. And I'm about to put the TPs in the chat. Because it's one thing I know visually what price about to do, but if I'm posting for other people, I gotta really try to calculate around some numbers up and stuff to try to make it work. But I want to see price at least come to these levels right here. This would be great. I'd like to see it come to here, honestly. Yeah, so I put this entry out too. So I just put this on the free signal room. So bam, price just retraced on us, which is perfect. So now I'm about to post the Euro GBP signal because I still see it potentially going farther down. So I'm about to post the signal. Okay, perfect. So probably the next thing I enter is probably going to be strictly members. We got a few trades in the free signal room going. Euro New Zealand still playing around right there. Going to leave that alone. And yeah, so it's going to be chilling until mainly volume picks up. Because again, my strategy, we're not scalping. You see the TPs, and this is the 15-minute time frame. We're going for big amount of pips. We're not going for quick retracements or bounces. We're trying to go and catch the entire movement of price for the day. We're trying to catch daily candlesticks. That's what we that's what you can do with this strategy. Okay, like just a quick example right here. This was a trade we caught a few months ago. Caught the entire daily candlestick. This trade we caught the entire daily candlestick twice. This trade after the rejection, we caught the retracement and rejection down. Entire daily candlestick there. Last Friday, we caught literally the entire daily candlestick. We got in right here. We caught over 60,000 pips, strictly US30 alone on Friday with this strategy. Okay, so but the strategy comes with a little bit of patience, but patience is important to have in life in general, but especially with trading, because again, trading isn't a you take things day by day, but it's really a week by week, month by month thing. Okay, so we're investing here. You're not going to be able to, unless your account size is big, you're not going to be able to make these numbers you see these people on YouTube and Instagram making unless you have that capital. Okay, which is why earlier I didn't want to say like what kind of lot size I use because everyone's lot size should be different because everyone has different account sizes. So I don't want anyone to use a lot size I'm using unless that is going with your trading plan and you can risk that amount. You get what I'm saying? And now we see Euro CAD pushing back up. Like I said, it was about to stack on silver price and attempt to push back up. So we're about 2 pips off from hitting TP2 again with Euro CAD. It's trying to break that level of traffic. So once it can do it, once it can break this wall right here, we're going to be really straight because then we have a bunch of levels of traffic right here. So that's why it's struggling a little bit. It's trying to break this wall right here. But once we can break these levels of traffic, at least say right here, we're going to be straight. But everyone should be blue again right now anyways. And let's see here. So we're blue on that. 80 New Zealand is right at entry. Probably not going to make a move until the next candlestick. Euro GBP retraced, which is normal. That's why I sent the signal out because I still see it dropping back down. It's just retracing. But again, it hit multiple TPs. That's why it rejected so harshly. And like I said, when TP gets hit, it's either going to reject or break through. So keep an eye on your charts. When your screen is blue, it is literally on you. Okay, this is your account, right? This is your live account. If you're happy with your profits, you should not wait for somebody to tell you to close a trade. Okay, these are my TPs. These are the targets I'm trying to reach. But if you're happy with your profits, or you're happy off TP1, you're happy off TP2, by all means close your trade, because you can't go wrong with you can't go wrong if you close your trade in blue. You get what I'm saying? You can't go wrong if you close your trade in blue. So by all means, close that trade if you're happy with the profits. Now silver is looking tempting, but let me see what gold's doing. Gold's doing. Whoops. That thing shot up. So I'm just gonna be leaving that alone. I'm just gonna be chilling on that. Just gonna be chilling on that. So I'm only in 3 trades as of now. That is Euro GBP, which is doing a retest, which is fine. I'm not tripping about that. Retest and retracements are normal. It is literally a part of the game. It is retesting this lower price right here. There's a lot of traffic, but when volume picks back up, I want to continue to see it push back down and break through these levels of traffic some more. As of right now, we're just chilling. Let me see what Euro New Zealand's doing. So Euro New Zealand looks like it's about to attempt to potentially drop back down. New 15-minute candlestick just popped up. Yeah, so it's struggling to break that wall, but it's trying. We're a couple pips off again from hitting TP2. So when volume picks back up, I want to see it break through those levels. Now AED New Zealand is dropping. Let me see if we hit TP1 on AED New Zealand. Give me a second. 1355. We're about 1 pip off. Let me see if it actually hit it. Half a pip away from TP1. So I'm not going to call it yet, but we're about half a pip away from TP1 on AED New Zealand, which isn't bad. I want to see it push through this level of traffic. We're about 1 pip off from that. So let me see. Euro New Zealand looks like it's about to try to drop again. So I might enter Euro New Zealand as well. But everyone should be blue on AED New Zealand, because I'm blue currently. I'm blue on Euro GBP, Euro CAD. It's back at the entry. Struggling to break that wall, but once it breaks that wall, we're going to be looking nice. So I'm not tripping too much about that. So let me see if it hit it. We're literally half a pip away. I could count it. We're literally half a pip away from TP1. I'd hate to see that reject, but I want to see if it's going to break through it. Struggling a little bit. Euro GBP still retracing. Not tripping about that though. Let me see what Euro New Zealand is doing. That's looking tempting. GBP New Zealand dropped down 2. Shot back up. That's dropping down 2. So all the New Zealand pairs are dropping. We're literally half a pip away from TP1. I want to see it hit it before I announce it though. Let me see if it's going to hit it. Things are looking good so far. Can't complain. New 5-minute candles just started. Let's see what that's looking like. Yeah, so it's really struggling to break that level of traffic, but as volume picks back up, well, as volume kicks in, I should say, should have no problem breaking this wall, because that's what it's struggling to break, this wall right here. Struggling to break this wall right here. And if it can break this wall right here, I can see it breaking through the other levels of traffic pretty easily. Again, just patiently waiting. And the rush, just patiently going to be waiting for price to do its thing. If only in these trades as of now. It's only waiting for price to do its thing. Let me see what oil's looking like. Okay, oil is looking nice. Could potentially look for a sell setup. I'm not going to enter yet though. I'm going to still wait. Still going to wait. I want to see price break this wall right here. And if it can break this wall right here, then I might enter. But I want to see it break this wall right here, as it's about to try to break it. If it can break through that, then I might enter. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and see how price reacts to that level. Because again, looking at the bigger time frame, this is a key support resistance level right here. And this will determine whether the uptrend potentially will begin or the downtrend is going to continue. Because if we go on the daily time frame and we zoom out, we can see we're in a clear downtrend. We've been in a downtrend for a while, but just keeping it even to looking just right here, even not zooming out far and all the way, we can see that we're in a clear downtrend. This could be considered a lower high unless it breaks above here and comes into this area, then potentially the uptrend could begin. But as of now, this can be considered a lower high, and it's right at the zone. I want to see it come back down. That's what I'm going to be looking for. And as of now, we can see for the past 2 days, it's been respecting this level, rejecting off of it. So I want to see if we can get a potential sell setup here. So that's what I'm paying attention to. It's right here. I want to see it break under though, but it's right where I want to see it. Depending on whether it can break through it or not, will determine if I want to enter the trade. AD New Zealand still trying to break that wall, as we can see. So yeah, we're in these trades. Now we're just going to be patiently waiting for price to do this thing. Because again, we do not control price. We do not control the markets. That's why it's so important to go with the momentum and direction of price overall. Find the best entry points. Then, of course, don't over leverage, properly calculate your lot size and your risk. And then just let price do its thing. So all you got to do is just let price do its thing. Those y'all watching, make sure to hit that like button, because we're about to make some more money in a second. Just really watching these pairs right now. Not really going to be jumping into anything else as of now. Just going to be chilling. Just really just being patient, letting price do its thing. I'm going to be looking at other pairs as well, but I'm not really going to be jumping into anything else as of now. I think these are the only things I'm going to be looking at. I'll be paying attention to oil, of course, and then gold and futures and indices, but I'm probably not going to enter those until closer to New York session, honestly. And we see price breaking under, so potentially could look for a sell setup here. New 5-minute just started. And so I very much so might enter this. I want to wait for the next 15, but if it starts to really push, I might enter. But on the 15-minute, we haven't had a retracement candlestick yet. So a retracement candlestick is definitely due to appear, but it has broken through that wall. So I want to see it close underneath that wall. And then we can go from there. So that's what I'm going to want to see happen. So I'm going to come back in about 4 minutes when a new 15-minute candlestick appears to see what it is looking like. Euro CAD is going to attempt again to break that level. And I really do believe it can do it. But again, we just have to wait for volume to help push it through those levels. That's the main thing we're waiting on, is volume to help push it through. Same thing with AED New Zealand. And so we have about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to the next candlestick. So we're just going to be patiently waiting and chilling to see what it does and what it is looking like. But again, we're just an hour into London, so not expecting too much action. We caught some action, but it's Tuesday and it's just an hour into London, so I'm not really tripping too much. Guys pushing through again, which is a good sign. Got 2 minutes until the next 15-minute candlestick, but this is a good sign. If it could stay under here, that's even better. But again, we have this retest here on the 5-minute, but we don't have one on the 15-minute time frame yet. So that very much so could happen on the next candlestick. So we're going to watch to see. We see it rejecting up as of now. Yeah, so we see it rejecting up. It did break through, which is a good sign. So I want to see it continue to go down. Euro GBPs are tracing up, just like Euro New Zealand. So the Euro just got some volume in the market. The Euro's pushing. The Euro's overpowering all the pairs it's with right now currently. I was working out for our Euro CAD trade though. Let's see if we can break this wall. Because this is what it's struggling to break. It's struggling to break this wall of traffic right here. Struggling to break this wall of traffic right there. If it can break that wall and continue to stack up, potentially catch another 15, 20 plus pips minimum. Again, keyword potentially. But we just have to patiently wait for price to try to break through. But again, everyone should be, well, at least the people on the stream should be blue right now still. New 15-minute candlestick just appeared though. So we're going to see, let's go back on oil and see what oil's doing. So yeah, there goes the retracement candlestick on the 15, like I was just talking about, just popped up. So let's see if it's going to be sticking as a green candle or it's just going to retest and then break back under here and then drop back down. That's what I like to see. But again, have to wait and watch to see what price is doing. But so far, it looks like it's about to do exactly just that. So let me see if it can do it. Because if it can do it, I might enter potentially. Let me see if there's any other pairs doing anything as of now. But for the most part, nothing else is really doing much. At least this price isn't really anywhere I like with any other pairs. So let me say that. Euro CAD's still trying to push through, but US oil did exactly that. Reversed and pushed back down. So I'm very tempted to enter this trade. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Very tempted to enter this trade. So I'm about to flip through the other charts real quick. Euro GBP still retracing. That's no problem. Euro CAD still attempting to push through. New Zealand still playing in these two zones right here. Yeah, so we're really going to be just waiting to see what's going to happen later on into the day. Because again, sometimes the move will happen quick. Like we saw Euro GBP, it hit the TPs, but then retraced right back up. That's why I called the trade out, because I wanted to see if it's going to drop again. Because it's underneath this level, it's still underneath this wall, which is a good sign. So it stays underneath this wall, and of course, underneath this blue level of price. That's always a good sign. But we literally saw it drop and then hit these. Like literally, I'm about to put a line right underneath these wicks. And look at this wick here. Look at this wick here. Look at these green wicks here. Look at these candlesticks here. Look at these candlesticks here. Look at this wick here. Okay. Price literally reacted the same way that it reacted to this level of price a few weeks ago. 13th. On the 13th, it did the same thing. On the 12th, it did the same thing. The 5th of September, it did the same thing. And today, reacted off the same level of price. It's not a coincidence, y'all. Not a coincidence. But I want to see if it drops back down. That's why I call the signal out, because I already had all the TPs there. And I got whipped out, but I wanted to see it potentially drop back down, but it looks like it's about to retrace back up. It's a little unfortunate, but it does happen. Oil turned back green. Let's see what EuroCAD still trying to break that wall right there. AD New Zealand, see what that's doing. AD New Zealand's trying to drop back down again. So again, we see all these trades we're in ranging, right? Trying to break these walls, right? That's what's going to do, and that's what price does all the time. But it's going to be easier to break these levels, like this big candlestick, when there's volume in the markets. But we see AD New Zealand about to attempt to drop back down again. So I'm blue on AD New Zealand. I'm blue on EuroCAD. Euro GBP is the only one I'm red on. But the first TP is 1355. We're 1 pip away again. Let's see if we're going to hit it this time. Are we going to hit it, y'all? And we hit it. Yeah, we hit it. TP1 just got hit. So now y'all should be really nice and blue. TP1 just got hit, y'all. And I want to see what's going to continue to dump down. Euro CAD's back at TP1 as well. Let me just check and see what oil's doing. Yeah. Again, this is why you want to wait for multiple confirmation candlesticks. Because worst case scenario, if we would have just entered right here or entered right here when it was down here, we'd be in a lot of drawdown right now. Yeah, it could retrace and shoot back down, but we want to be at the best entry possible. We want to see for sure the price is going to go our way. Now it looks like price is about to push back down, which is great. New 5-minute candlestick just appeared. But I want to see it break underneath this level before I enter. So just a patience game, but I'm fine patiently waiting. Because again, we're going to be risking our money in these markets. We want to make sure that we're going to make money off these trades. We don't want to just throw our money in the market and it's not a high guarantee that we could potentially catch some pips. You get what I'm saying? Because we're blue right now. We're blue on this trade. We're blue on EuroCAD. So there we have pips secured. So and the TP's gotten hit for both of these. Okay, TP stands for take profit. Yeah, I put multiple TPs, but like I said, not every TP is guaranteed to get hit. So when you have profits, you need to secure them, because if you always let profits disappear because you're not satisfied, you're going to hurt your account growth or delay the growth. You get what I'm saying? Ooh, I think we got TP2 hit. Let me look. Let me look at EuroCAD. I think we might have finally hit TP2 on EuroCAD though. Now we're 1 pip away. We're 1 pip away from TP2 on EuroCAD. Let's see if we're going to hit it. But again, it's struggling to hit this, break this level of price right here. But if we can break through that, we can hit TP2. But again, everyone should be blue right now. So that's still doing this thing. Everything's shooting up. I really want to see how it's going to react to this level right here. I'm just going to be waiting on to see how it reacts to these levels right here. But only trade that's not blue right now is Euro GBP. Euro New Zealand looks like going to try to drop again, so I might call this one. I might call that trade. Let's see what your AUD's doing. It's chilling. EuroCAD. Yeah, EuroCAD is still trying. Ooh, AUD New Zealand is just dropping though. That's what I like to see. That thing just tanking now. 13.4, 6. So we're 1 pip away from TP2. Let's see if we can hit it. We're 1 pip away from TP2. Those watching, make sure to hit that like button, y'all. We're making some money live. Hour into London session. We're making some money. Let's see it hit it. Let's see. I want to see it break this level. New 5-minute. Yep, there it goes. TP2 just got hit. Make some money. I'm contemplating entering this trade though. Contemplating entering that trade. But as of now, just gonna be chilling. Euro CAD is really close to TP2. Let's see if we're gonna break it. We're literally one pip away, y'all. It is struggling to break through. There we go. TP2 just got hit. Bam, TP2 just got hit, y'all. We're making some money now. Hour into London, we're making some money. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Those in the stream, make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Hour into London, we're already up. Let me do the math real quick. Okay, we're already up 30, almost 40 pips. I mean, we passed that if you count the Euro GBP sell, but we're already up 30 plus pips hour, and that's not bad. Now, that's just strictly currency pairs. We haven't entered any of the big pip producers yet. Eurocast pushing now. Next TP is 34.40. We're about 6 pips away. But yeah, Eurocast pushing now. Just took a little bit of patience. Yeah, we're pushing now. Let me see AD New Zealand's doing a little retest, which makes sense because it did dump pretty hard. But I want to see it keep going, if possible. But again, we're up plenty on AD New Zealand. We're up on EuroCAD, so make sure to secure your profits. Nobody's screens should be. None of these trades should be closed red. This trade shouldn't be closed red. AD New Zealand shouldn't be closed red because we're up right now. Okay. Nobody's screen should be closed red off these trades. I think I'm trying to push now. We're making some money now, y'all. New 15-minute candlestick. Going to see what's going to continue to push up. Let me see what AD New Zealand is doing. Yeah, AD New Zealand dropped back down. Yeah, so that thing just tanked. Wednesday, Euro GBP is going to come back down. It's got this wall to break, so I'm not too worried about that. But that's the only one not really going our way as of now. There's oil's right back here. Okay, so NAS is at the top of the zone. So now, depending on how it reacts to this level here, will determine if the uptrend is truly about to begin. For the past 2 days, it's been pushing up, but if it breaks this level here and continues to respect this level as a support level, then it could be a trend reversal, and we could be looking at the beginning of an uptrend. So that's what I'm waiting on. That's why I didn't enter. Yeah, we could have entered for buys, but I want to see if the trend has changed. Yeah, so it's gonna. I want to see a reattempt. I want to see a stack on top of this level of price, and it continue to push back up. That's what I want to see it do. So I'm gonna patiently wait to see that happen. But again, everyone should have the profit secured. Nobody should close out of this trade red. Multiple TPs have gotten hit. Same thing with AED New Zealand. Nobody should close out of this trade red. Speaking of which, it looks like another TP is about to get hit. TP3 is 40. Yeah, so we're making money now. Yeah, TP3 just got hit. Yeah, so we're making some money, y'all. I'm debating on entering this. I might call this out. Hmm. I'm just looking at something right now, but I am tempted to call this out. I'm not gonna lie. Could enter like something like this. Cause it could very much retrace like that, but I don't want to do it too much retracement. Could enter right here. Even do something like that. Could do something like this. Those watching the stream, make sure that like button, y'all. Make some money today. Making some money this morning. TP3 just got hit. Thing dropping. Yeah, I'm debating entering this. Not gonna lie. I'm just debating if I want to base the SL above this level or if it's safe to enter and have the SL under the zone. That's what I'm looking at right here. So they're tracing right now, which is good and fine by me. So I'm gonna let that do its thing and then go from there. Euro CAD just going crazy though. I think we just hit another TP. Let me see here. I think we did though. 34.39. What's the next TP for EuroCAD? What was it? Hold on. 34.39. Now TP3 is almost here. It's 1 pip off from TP3 getting hit. So we're going to see if it's going to do that in a second. But we're 1 pip off from TP3, y'all. 1 pip. Now we got Euro New Zealand retracing, which is good because I just looking at potential setup there. Again, haven't entered though. Euro GBP, yeah. As soon as I call that out, Euro GBP just decided to retrace, which is fine because we're still up on all these other trades, so I'm not really tripping about that. I think we just hit all TPs on AED New Zealand though. So let me just double check and see if the last TP just got hit. Now we're 1 pip off. Scratch that. We was 1 pip off. All right, all TPs just got hit. So you can either close this trade or make sure you have SL in profit. Making some money, y'all. All TPs just got hit. I let the people know in the signal room. All TPs just got hit, y'all. We entered at 1363. 1335 is where we're currently at. So we're up about 30 pips right now off just this trade. Euro CAD, TP3 is about to get hit. Did it get hit? I think it just got hit actually. So scratch that. TP3 just got hit. So TP3 just got hit for Euro CAD. We entered Euro CAD 34.21. TP3 is 34.40. So we're about 20 pips on Euro CAD, up about 30 pips on AED New Zealand. So we're eating real nice right now. Eating real nice right now. And we're just an hour into London, y'all. Just an hour into London. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if y'all watching. So I'm gonna try to look for other potential setups because AED New Zealand, everything else is just bonus points. I'm floating in profit, got my SL in profit, not tripping about that. So anything else is just extra pips, extra money, not complaining at all. But I'm gonna see if there's any other potential setups. If I don't see any, probably gonna look back at the charts a little bit before New York session and then go from there. Still holding the trades I'm in. I'm talking about for future entries and future trades. GBP CAD's at a very strong support resistance level, even though it's an uptrend depending on what these next candlesticks look like. Could potentially look for a sell because it has a very strong support resistance level that we are at. So it could struggle. It could break through, but it could not do that until, tomorrow or later on today or something like that. So I'm going to be watching this and seeing what it does. I haven't entered this. This is just a trade idea. Okay. This is just a trade idea. Euro CAD still trying to push, but we just chilling in profit. Can't complain. Looking for other setups. again, I'm probably just going to be looking at the couple pairs. I'm looking at like GBP CAD, oil, and that's it. Everything else, I'm probably going to relook at all the charts again before New York session, and things like that. But as of right now, just chilling. Let me see what this is doing. Yeah. So new 5 minute just appeared. New 15-minute appears in 5 minutes. Going to be waiting for a new 15-minute candlestick to see what that's looking like. But we see EuroCAD is still trying to push. It's still respecting this level here, which is a good sign. So it could very much so continue to push up. But if we just look at where this wick ended, just putting the line right above that wick, we can see where we're at right now. Hit this wall right here, which is why I rejected. And it's right underneath this level right here. I want to see it come to here. That's what I want to see it do. But when it comes here, though, it could very much so reject pretty harshly because we have a nice wall here and a nice wall here. So it could reject harshly hitting this level of price. But if it could break these levels of price and come up to here, that'd be great too. But again, we got to take things step by step. So I'm going to put it right there for now. But as you can see, it's pushing back up. It's trying. So that's definitely a good thing. Let me look at what Euro New Zealand is doing. Yeah, all the Euro pairs are pushing up right now. So the Euro is pretty strong right now, which is what's causing. It's helping us out with EuroCAD. Euro GBP, not so much, but it still hasn't hit SL. So as always, hold to SL is hit or TP. And again, all the TPs did get hit. They got hit pretty quick and rejected back up. So that's why I called the trade out, because all those TPs did get hit, but I assumed and thought that it would come back down. It was just going to be a retest candle. It could still potentially come back down. But as of now, the Euro is strong and everything is shooting up Euro pair wise. AU New Zealand is doing a retest on the 5 minute. But again, we are up in profit underneath this wall. And in about 2 minutes, a new 5 and 15-minute candlestick appear. So what I want to see it do is, it did a nice little retest, but I want to see it push back down. I don't want to see it break past here. Because if it breaks past here, I might just close, even though it could come up to here, then drop back down. I don't want to hold that long. Okay, it did just break through it. So, but I'm going to wait until the next 15-minute candlestick because it could very much drop back down. But one thing I'm not going to do, and one thing I don't want y'all to do, is leave this trade on red or be back in drawdown, okay? Because all TPs did get hit. All right, so either you can close right now or y'all should have SL in profit. But I'm still going to hold this. I'm still holding this right here. Because again, I want to wait and see what the next 15-minute candlestick looks like. And now if the next 15-minute candlestick is a green candlestick and it continues to shoot up, I'm just going to close the trade. But the next 15-minute candlestick shows signs it's going to try to push back down. Because I want to see it hit this level right here. That's what I want to see. Because right now we're at a 1-on-1, but I want to see it hit this level right here, at least. So I'm going to wait for the next candlestick to see what it's going to try to do. And look at that. I was gone for a couple seconds and it hit that level of price, that wall like we're just talking about. So that's a good sign. Now I want to see the next 15-minute candlestick break through this wall. But literally, after I just broke down AU New Zealand, we come back and it did exactly just what I was talking about, which is a good sign. But as you can see, once it hit that wall, because again, it's a wall of traffic, what did it do? Dropped back down. So if the next candlestick, it can really break through this wall right here, we can really catch some more pips, because if it breaks through this wall and volume's still pumping our way, we can very much so see it hit 3460, 3450 at least. No problem. Here's the new 15-minute candlestick. So let's go back to AD New Zealand in a second. Also, what was the other pair we were looking at? We were looking at another pair. What was we looking at? It wasn't Euro, New Zealand. What was it that we was looking at? Wasn't this? Wasn't this? What was we looking at? Might have been GBP CAD. It probably was GBP CAD, but let's go back to AUD New Zealand. Yep, and you see, the next candlestick is red. It could turn green, but again, it's red. Last candlestick ended red. Okay, not a coincidence. This is why I say the stuff I say, okay? Because there's certain patterns and certain behaviors price does on all charts, okay? These zones is one of them. I have these lines marked off on every pair. US30, got these zones marked off. You see how prices reacting to these zones. You know what I'm saying? Silver, got these zones marked up. Euro CAD, got these zones marked up. Okay, so the strategy works on every currency pair. It doesn't matter if it's on Trading View. This strategy is going to work on it. If it's a chart and you can trade it, this strategy is going to work. But again, now this is a green candlestick, so I'm very much so debating on closing this trade. I'm going to wait a second though and see what it decides to do. I'm going to smaller time frame, but again, nobody should close this trade red. If it goes a little bit farther, I'm going to just close. But I want to see if it's going to reject and come back down. I want to see what's going to reject this wall right here and come back down. So if it breaks this wall right here, then I might just close. That's what we're watching. But we're blue on Euro CAD, we're blue on this. Euro CAD is attempting to break through this level again, which is good for us. Euro GBP is pushing back up still. Let me see what oil's doing. Yeah, so yeah, I'm probably gonna leave these alone till New York session. Yeah, Euro CAD is doing good. New Zealand's doing straight. Yeah, so far, y'all, we are. How many trades we call out? 1, 2, 3. So we're 2 and 1 right now. Well, we're technically 3 for 3 trade wise, but after I called that signal out, price decided to retrace on us. So the people that entered that trade after I called it out, they didn't get those. They didn't get all those TPs hit. So for them, trade wise, we're currently 2 and 1, which is still not bad for our end. We're up. We've caught about 40 plus pips, and there's still New York session to go. Now, I'm probably about to close this trade in a second. I'm not going to lie. But I'm waiting to see how this candlestick closes, because it touched it, but you can see it's still rejecting it. So I want to see what the next candlestick does. I want to see the next candlestick is going to make it come back down, or if the next candlestick's still pushing, I'm just going to close. Even though it could hit this wall and potentially retrace back down, but it could also continue to shoot up. Okay. And I don't want to do that. I'd rather secure some profits than miss out on some profits. I'd rather close with my trade blue and miss out on some pips than lose all the money on my screen. Okay. Your GBP struggling. Yeah, the euro's just strong right now, which is fine. Let me see if there's any other setups. Just scanning the charts one more time, but it's going to be the end of the London session stream. GBPJPY looks like it's about to try to push down. So I'm going to keep an eye on this too. I'm definitely keeping an eye on GBPJPY, but yep. And so we see the next 5 minutes red, just like I was saying. So again, I can say all this stuff and literally see it happening in real time because again, I understand how the candlesticks work and things like that. All right. So if you guys are confused how candlesticks work, or you don't truly understand what's going on when you look at charts, I have a video titled How to Read Candlesticks. I recommend you watch that. It's literally 8 minutes long. It explains everything in depth, very transparent, straight to the point, how to properly read candlesticks and how to use them to your advantage. All right. I also have videos explaining a little bit of my strategy, price action, things like that. And that's definitely going to help you out. Now, again, I'm going to be trading in a London session as well, but some trades are going to be strictly for the members. I already sent out plenty this morning in the free channel, so now I got to get my members right. If you're interested in one-on-one mentorship to understand how the strategy works, click that link in the description. As well, I have a sale for that going on, as well as for the advanced play signal room. Okay, but things are looking good right now. We're up. Let me see what EuroCAD's doing. Yeah, EuroCAD's still struggling to break this level, but it doesn't really matter because we're up in pips from there. EuroGBP is the only one acting up right now, but that is fine because we're up in the other trades. And if you are risking the same amount per trade, these other trades should be canceling out the drawdown from EuroGBP. So definitely want to see an oil sell. So I'm going to be watching oil, and then I'm going to be watching to see if the uptrend is going to begin with SPX. Well, not SPX, with US30 and everything else. But as of now, I'm just going to be leaving these alone until New York session, if I see a setup, that is. But I'm just going to be letting them do their thing. I'm really going to stop looking at them until closer to New York. What I'm going to be paying attention to is oil. As far as futures indices and stuff like that goes, but everything else just going to be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you don't got to jump in a bunch of trades, and you definitely don't want to jump in trades too early. So yeah, it's rejecting that level now. So I want to see if we're going to stack on top of this lower price, potentially go for it again. 80 New Zealand pushing down. And okay, this is just patience. Like I said, first we're on the 15-minute, right? And I literally said, keep on holding because it's not a green candle. The next candlestick became a green candle. Retested. You saw me put this level here. It's literally barely broke through that level. And I went on the 5-minute. You guys saw me go on the 5-minute. You saw me literally explain what I wanted to see it do. I said, yeah, hit this line, but the new candlestick's about to appear in 2 minutes. I want to see if that candlestick's going to stay underneath here. What happened when the new candlestick appeared? Staying underneath this level and it's pushing back down, okay? Understanding how candlesticks work will help you from closing a trade too early. It will also help you know when to close a trade. Also let you know what's going on the charts at all times, as well as help you understand when to enter a trade, as well as exit a trade. All right, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. There's going to be a New York session live stream strictly for the members. That's going to be in a few hours. We want to see if we can catch some more setups, as well as talk about some important tips. But this is going to be the end of this stream, y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, 2:30 a.m. EST for the Wednesday London session live stream. And yeah, we out.